Hi everyone, it's Cindy, and while I was out of commission for a while that I couldn't record videos, I was not out of commission as far as crafting went, and I made this small series of little books, some traveler's notebooks, using the beautiful love story paper collection from Prima, and I made 3 different books. They all look mostly different, but mostly the same, if that makes sense. This first one, I put a shaker on the front cover, just for fun, and some Tim Holtz heirloom roses, layered up some lace and cheesecloth and some eyelash trim behind this, only pretty things from the paper collection, and then just used this really pretty rose paper, put lace all around it, used a piece of pink grosgrain ribbon for the closure. And there you have that. Inside, all the books have the same elements, but they don't all look the same, if that makes sense. I have charms on the edges of each of the books, plus a couple of more inside. And I'll be showing you those as we go along. On this one, I did not... the inside of this paper, that's what it was. The inside of this particular sheet of paper were cutouts, or cut-aparts, and I didn't like that, so I put white paper and grunged it up and stamped and you know, muddied it up a little bit, and that's how I made the inside of the cover. This is just some pink copy paper that I stenciled on, and this is a pocket of lace over a piece of white paper with some grosgrain ribbon trim and a tag that I made on pink cardstock, and that little doohickey came undone. I made all my tags like I always do, and I made them different. They're each book has 6 or 7, I believe, and they're all different because that's just what I do. Did some random stamping on this paper. There we go. This is tea-dyed paper. I didn't do a lot of grunginess. This is the grungiest of all the books. But did some stamping. And this is some ledger paper. That's one of the other things I wanted to show in a home. I'll show you that in my next video, I guess. Were these great ledger books that I picked up. So some vintage ledger paper. This is Tim Holtz vintage wallpaper, and I stamped on, or did some stenciling on the back of that just to zhuzh it up a little bit. This is masking paper from Lowe's, and I love that paper. This is a cotton bond paper that I've had for about 20 years, and so that's that. It's a gray. I didn't tea-dye all the paper, just some regular copy paper. Here's my fabric flip. They're all very similar, with some, you know, sort of damask print. It's a cotton, but it's a damask print. This sort of homespunny coarse cotton, and the Paris print, and a little bird cage on a bulb pin, and some beautiful lace there. Straight up from the collection, I didn't see any reason to mess with that. So lace on the edge, along with some white grosgrain. This was the marbled paper. I used a scrap of another piece of paper to make the pocket with some hot pink trim that sort of makes the marbling. And just another tag. This is actually a tag with a pocket and a little piece of ephemera. This is a white bond paper. Again, I've had it for about 20 years. I did some stenciling with the Tim Holtz music tag around the stencil. Tea-dyed paper, some more of that pink paper with random stamping. This is tea-dyed with stamping. And a little pocket with some lace and some ribbon, and this tag with some eyelash trim, and this little beautiful tag. Music paper, vintage music paper that I did tea-dye. I love the way it looks, and the little stamping at the top there. I'm hoping that's all showing up in the screen. And fold it over the excess to make a little pocket on one side, and a little tag that slides in there. This is some vintage. It's from a day book. I bought it with the ledgers that I purchased. I'll show you that in another video. Another piece of paper. There is some random stamping along with the actual pattern on the paper with some lace. And oh, I haven't been showing you the charms here. I'm sorry about that. This one is a little arrow through a heart, and it says love, and there's a little pink ceramic bead. And then this charm here, what's the next charm? Is a story stick from Tim Holtz that says story. And let's see. And then this is the middle of the book. Stamping, a pretty little pocket from the bottom of one of the pages. And be brave. More lace. I only put lace on the pages that were made from the cardstock in the collection. I felt that it was better able to handle the stress of having something, attached to it. Music paper again, and a little pocket made just from a tea-dye paper scrap. And this piece I actually cut out from that fabric that I used in the fabric flip. Just cut that out and decoupaged it on there, and along with some ribbon and some cheesecloth, and I had stenciled the tag before that. And some stenciling on that pink paper again, and there's that music note again, and this last charm is a butterfly, pink lace there. And just finishing up the way we started. There's side of that wallpaper and the ledger paper. There's a little double hidden message point. This flips down, you get the little message in there, and this flips open for another message. And a little collage up here, just because I could. And another pink in the back cover. And there it is. There's that one. The others, as I said, are very, very similar, except for the covers. And the order of pages aren't always the same and things like that. This one is the cleanest one of the bunch. I didn't do any real distressing in this one. Type of white grosgrain. I did a little piece of metal embellishment here with a jewel that actually is the top of a brad, and I was going to stick the brad through the paper, and then I realized that this was just a single layer on the cover, and I didn't want to have a random brad there or to do anything else on the inside of there, so I cut the legs off and just glued it in there with glossy accents. A few pieces of lace here. This is a pink double-edged lace that I cut in half and then layered on top of one another. So there's two edges of lace here. And then this pretty lace with the ribbons, or the roses rather. And that's all I did to that cover. I just thought the paper was beautiful and didn't need, much gilding on that lily. So like I said, it's very much the same. The stenciling different. The order of the pages might be different. And the stamping could be different in different places. But really, they're very similar. The tags, of course, are different. This says kind down here. I'm just going to flip through real quickly. Here's the flip here, the same fabrics. But different sizes and a different order, that sort of thing. And then this is the charm with the heart with the arrow through it that says love and the pink bead. And there's the vintage wallpaper. Here is a lace trimmed bit. This is a this story stick says love. Here's this tag, the carousel, and it says perfect. A little stamping up here with the bird cage, some more stenciling, that daybook paper, tea stain paper, this one has a couple of tags in there because it was an extra, and why not? And I just thought this paper was so pretty. And this is just the way it came from the pad. I just trimmed it to fit. More lace, and a butterfly here. Another piece from that fabric that I cut out and glued on with some stenciling behind, and not much else. I just thought it was complete like that. A little stenciling there, and have some stamping, stenciling, and the last one is the bird cage here, and all the tags have a place to write on the back. There's that. And more of that fabric glued on there. A little piece of scrap, some stenciling, a couple of pieces of rickrack. And this is just more of the, actually this paper and the one over there with the, were folded up. That's what they were. The pockets were folded up, so they had pockets on both sides. And let's see. That's the end of that book. So that's that one. And this last one, I'll just show you some of the places where it's different. Again, this is an organdy ribbon. And I just did this on foam tape. I thought it was so pretty. Layered with some cardstock. And then this same ribbon I used on the last one with the double layers, I laid it out flat and centered this other ribbon with the jewels on it. I thought that was so pretty. And this one I grunged up a bit, you can see. But other than that, not a lot of difference. Just got a little foam tape behind it. It says love here. Here's the wallpaper. The stencil on the back. A little collage up here with the heart and the arrow and layers. It's not the fabric flip, it's just a little collage. And a little pocket from this cut apart. And that tag there. Stenciling on both pages. That daybook paper, tea dyed. This pink copy paper I have had nearly 35 years. It goes back to a time when I was very active in our denominations, our church denominations, women's organization, and I had purchased a lot of colored paper for doing newsletters. And these are some remnants that are from back at that period, back in the 80s. Look at that. I think it's so pretty. I just had to use that for the center. And put this same ribbon I used on the other, or on the cover rather, here. And this tag. And some stamping here on the music paper. And this one just slips out with a little bit of stenciling. More stenciling. Another story stick. This one says 365. A bird cage. Pocket there with lace on cardstock. And there's that. And this gray bond paper, and here's this fabric clip. Just like the others. And this one has the butterfly here. Some stamping on this page, which I thought looked really well. I like the way that turned out. Ledger. This last pocket back here with these children. It was so sweet. And that's the book. So these will be listed in my shop as soon as I can get them there. I hope it will be today. This is Saturday as I do this, and I'll get the photos taken here now, and hopefully get them listed. So that's what's been keeping me busy the last week or so. So please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you real soon.